office. I believe it is an office of integrity, professionalism, training, because we're serving our citizens in the darkest hour. Being able to look at that mother with the death of that child and reassuring her with the best of your ability that you'll get her answer, and her entrusting you with that. I have base staff training. Where do I think we need to be? We need to be closer with our state. The state crime lab, that budget, it's been flat, and that's why we're in the mess we're in. Danny's had those difficulties of transport, holding body, delay of test results, autopsy reports, horrendous. That office has been cut by over 60% personnel. That's the reason I thought the integrity of training need to come back locally. Because right now, if we call the GDI law enforcement to help our local or our county law enforcement, we're looking at them coming out of Calhoun. That's where we're served. Now, where do I think we need to be? I will disagree at some point with Danny on refrigeration. You're looking at an expense of $11,000 to $15,000. But Danny is right. I'll agree. If the state's going to force us, put it back on us local folks, to care for them, I'm with Danny. We're going to do what it takes. And that is ridiculous. Where I think we need to be, the state's going to do that with their budget on forensic science part. We may, through the Georgia Coroners Association, need to develop a West Georgia Coroners Association to fight to do it countywide, multiple counties. Thank you.
Look, when my office is called, it's a very distressing time, and most often it is a time when families having probably the worst day of their life. Because the coroner becomes involved in deaths a lot of times in tragic situations and unexpected situations. And it's been my goal over the last 4 years, and it was the only thing I promised 4 years ago, was to serve with dignity and with compassion and with integrity. That's my philosophy. Now, where do I think the office needs to be? I differ from a basic standpoint on what the role of the coroner is. The coroner job consists of several components. We're not the police. We're not law enforcement. We are more judicial in nature. We're here to simply assist those individuals. We're not doctors. We're not trained like a doctor is in pathology. We're here to render judgments based upon the test results that are given to us. And that's where I think the office needs to be. Thank you.
In terms of the philosophy for the office, Mr. Brooks talked about we need more personnel in the DA's office, and while I agree, we certainly do. But I'll tell you this, as the public defender, we've been able to operate with less budget, less staff, more efficient work, more professionalism, and I certainly think we have done well in doing our job. That's what I see as the philosophy for the district attorney's office. We need to have that, and I haven't seen it. In terms of where we need to be in the future, that's very simple. If you go to any type of training, if you go to some of the prosecuting attorney council meetings or talk to some prosecutors or attorneys from other circuits, the district attorney's office in our circuit is not very well respected. And quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, my vision for our district attorney's office is to have one that can solve these cases, get them resolved, and have a district attorney's office that all of us can be proud of. Everywhere that I've been, whenever they talk about what circuit are you from, and I've told them, They all kind of shake their head. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stop. We deserve better. And that's what I want to happen.
As far as my management philosophy, I've always tried to apply the 7 Habits of the Most Effective People. I don't know how many of you read that book by Stephen Covey, but I think that's an excellent guide to good management. And I've always, like as I said, I've always tried to apply that, and I'll continue to use that. Everybody, I believe, all managers develop their own management style. I doubt that there's any 2 managers anywhere that have the same, just identically right down the line. You see that in, for example, in football, you had Bear Bryant, who was tough, we drive them home type guy, and Bobby Rogers, who was coach and coach with praise. Georgia Tech, they were both great people. Everybody develops their own management style, but in terms of where we need to be in 4 years, I want you to know I really love a good challenge. I'm very competitive. People that know me, that I'm around, and they know how I am. I love to reach out and just and achieve great things. For example, the school board of Polk County, I'm serving my 3rd term there, and currently I'm the chairman of the school board. And when I first came back, this hadn't been 3 consecutive terms. I took a 10-year break, and I was asked to come back. Our school board was on probation with Sachs, and we were almost in the same situation with Clayton County. But I was proud to help lead the way, and in 4 years, we went from what I call worst to first, and now Polk County School Board is recognized as a board of distinction throughout the state of Georgia. My vision for the district attorney's office is for that to become one of the most respected DA offices in the state of Georgia, one that we can be proud of. Thank you.
Four years ago, when I took office, the deeds were really behind. And today, the deeds that were done today, that were brought into the office, were recorded and indexed today. 4 years from now, I would like to still have the same actual record that I've got right now. I would like to see all the records still on computer. And while it's a good idea to have the docket books, it's not really feasible when you have no place to put them. The dockets cost a lot of money, and there's no place to put them. So I think that the biggest thing is to keep them in the computer, to have them more accessible to other people. And 4 years from now, I want to be able to say that I've done a good job with what I've done, and I know I've done a good job this past 4 years. Thank you.
The Office of the Clerk of Court is actually a service to the public. There are several services that are provided for the clerk of court. I believe that it should be a office of service, of efficiency, of effectiveness, and economically operating. I believe that when you walk into that office and you need help doing something, there should be somebody available to stop what they're doing and help you get served so you can be on your way. Your time is valuable. I would like in the future, if you would honor me to serve you as clerk of court for 4 years, I would like to see that office restructured to where when you step in the door, you're served with a smile, polite, efficient, economical manner, and walk away knowing that you've been served and your tax money has been well spent. Thank you.